Hello, everyone. Today I have something a little bit special for you. It's a compilation of all my National Dex Majors games from the pools stage of the tournament. So, without further ado, I hope you relax and enjoy. Okay, so he has Superior and Raging Bolt and on a Webs team. Interesting. I would assume that's Focus Sash, because it can act as a pretty decent spin blocker. Although he has Goldango for that, maybe he's just rather than having a one-time spin blocker, he has like Air Balloon Goldango, which is kind of known for switching into Great Tusk. So how much is my Lopunny doing to his lead Araquanid? Because more than likely that's what he's going to lead with. He doesn't really KO me, so he can either get up webs or do a lot of damage to me. I don't know if I have a better answer than just leading a Lopunny. Other things I'm noticing about his team, Ogerpon is a threat. At least I have Ferrothorn for that, but that's countered by Goldengo. I really like Spikes here. He has no removal on his entire team. I wouldn't lead Ferrothorn, though, because he probably has Magic Coat on Araquanid. And also noteworthy is that I have no Defog. That is kind of a problem. That means webs are staying up. So my priority with Lopunny, I guess, is going to be pretty important here. How much is Araquanid doing? Or Dragapult doing to Araquanid? Because Dragapult is so good here. I'm almost tempted to lead it because it guarantees me a Shadow Ball kill with most likely not that much damage taken onto me. Although if he has Mirror Coat, it's a lot worse. I still might be able to outspeed Raging Bolt with my Pult. And I have HDB Victini and Lando, so I think I'm okay to just lead Lopunny. Superior comes out, not exactly what I expected, just going to lead and go for a fake out. He could go for screens or something. He might be Rocky Helmet. Maybe this is the team's defogger. Okay, he goes straight into Araquanid, which does not take a ton of damage from that fake out. I think I just have to go for the frustration. Good, that does not knock him into Custap range and all frustration again. Okay, he does go for the Endure. So now he'll be in Custap range. So I think I'll go Dragapult here, just so I don't get Endeavored on. He goes for a Scald, so good play on his part. Does not get the burn, though. That's where I wish I had Quick Attack on this. I think I can just go for a Shadow Ball. I could U-turn into, like, Victini or something. That doesn't sound too bad. Because he can Revenge Kill me pretty easily with, like, Ceruledge. But I feel like I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with just Shadow Balling here. His Goldengo might not outspeed. I expect it does, but it doesn't have to. And Superior comes out. So most likely this is going to go for a Glare, right? I can't really think of much else that he would want to go for here. I can go make a move that's Tapu Fini into Victini. Although, even if you Glare me, you're not really doing a whole lot. Fini's kind of useless here. Do I want to take the Glare? It would make Revenge KOing Bolt a little bit harder, that's for sure. I think I'll just go for a Shadow Ball. Yeah, I'll just go for it again. Probably I should have automatically gone into Victini there, but my only choice is to go into it now and click U-turn. Doesn't do too much. And here I can go, I think, into Ferrothorn is my play. It basically requires that the Cerulege come in, which makes me get up rock, so I'm fine with that. Bitter Blade doing a ton. How much is Feeny doing? I feel like I have to go for an EQ because if he SDs, it's just really bad. Like if he SD'd on my Feeny switch, for example. Yeah, there's the weak armor. So Bitter Blade is going to recover. My land is at 30%. How much is Lopunny doing? Okay, so we can. We can probably still KO with Fake Out, and yeah, I knew that Calc was lying to me. Okay, just go for the Fake Out here. Goes into Raging Bolt. Good for him. Draco Meteor and Thunderclap would both do a ton here. I feel like I have to go for the Frustration. Oh, perfect. I couldn't switch in Ferrothorn there. Okay, if he has Focus Blast, this will KO me. Otherwise, I think Victini is my play. Yeah, because I'll take that. And I'll go for the U-turn here. I don't think Thunderwave makes that much sense. Would you go for another Make It Rain? I think this is my time to go into Tapu Fini. And Ogerpon is probably going to destroy me. But I think I always go for the Calm Mind here on his Nasty Plot because I'll easily live. And I can click Surf here. Yeah, and according to Calc, I should live this one too. He can switch out if he wants to, but doesn't seem like he's going with that option. Nice. That's perfect. Ogerpon. I'll just go for the Moonblast for maximum damage. Yeah, Power Whip. To be expected. And I think I go Ferrothorn here. And I can go for the Body Press. Yeah, because I don't want him doing that. Just go for another press. Wow, that does a lot. And I'll just press again. I don't think it's okay, he had superpower. Goes down to Helmet. I think my play is to go Victini and go for a Toxic. I could fake out into U-turn on his Raging Bolt. Which did he take? Fake out did 19 last time. It's like max. Okay, so I think Victini is... It seems like almost always my play is Victini and Toxicking. This is going to be a tight end game, though. Calm Mind. At close combat isn't doing it. Yeah, I have to go. I have to go for the frustration here. Okay, we got the kill. Good game. That was a very close one. Have fun. Okay. So a couple threats on his team for sure. Like the Iron Moth is threatening. Ogre Pawn makes it so that I can't, and Garchomp make it so that I can't spam Surging Strikes. Diancie is offensively pretty threatening, but he does have a Melmetal. Gliscor is quite good here. I think I want to lead with Gliscor. It's my Pex and Gliscor are my Iron Moth checks, but I think it's, well, Toxic Protect or Poison Heal Protect. It's recovering tons of health, so we can probably make it work. If I'm him, I'm probably leading with the Rocks Garchomp or the Tornadus. I could lead Diancie if I wanted to, so I could immediately get a read on his Melmetal set. Or I could lead Glisk. It's a bit more passive, but I feel like it works just as well. Should I lead Glisk or Diancie? So the good thing about leading Gliscor is that I can kind of scout everything. If he leads with like Coco or something, I sort of risk being immediately hit with a massive Z move, however unlikely that scenario is. I think I'll lead with Gliscor. It seems a bit safer. It allows me to scout him a little bit. And here I can just protect and get my poison heal. Yeah. No reason not to just click Toxic here. He clicks Knockoff. I don't know about that play other than if he plans on curing me. Now, I could go for another poison here, which I think I'm going to do because if he goes into Melmetal, I'm honestly fine. Just goes for the Bleak Wind. Okay. Now I'll go for one layer of spikes because his toxic damage is racking up. I would assume he's Defog last. And this right here is probably Stealth Rock. I don't mind just going Diancie here. Nice, he doesn't even go for Stealth Rocks. And I think it's just a free Moonblast. Melmetal comes in, probably it's going to get leftovers. Doesn't even get leftovers, so his only real fairy resist is basically unrecoverable, it can't recover any damage. I could go to Ferrothorn here, but I also could go to Toxapex. I don't want to get like immediately superpowered or something. Pex is a bit of a passive play. It kind of lets in the Ogre Pawn. Ogre Pawn lets in Ferrothorn. I think I will go into Pex just to scout out his set. Yeah, this is honestly okay. I could easily see him going for Stealth Rocks here. He could go for EQ, he could go for SD. Something I kind of wanted. I don't think T-Spike. Is T-Spike too crazy of a play to go for? I could also go Urshifu and just threaten him with an Ice Spinner. That's not a bad call in my opinion. I think I'm gonna go and do that. Yeah, there's the Stealth Rocks, which is expected. He should predict my Ice Spinner here, but he doesn't have amazing switch-ins, so I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, Tornadus isn't gonna appreciate taking that. We'll just go for it again. Iron Moth comes out. It's Boots. How much is he doing to Pex with a +1 Psychic? He does a lot, but it's still workable if he gets the... Okay, so it looks like he's a pivoting set. Interesting. Coco comes out. He's Boots. I can't imagine you're just going to stay in and click T-Bolt here. I mean, you could. You really could. That's the downside. He doesn't want me going for a Toxic. If I stay in and Toxic from his perspective, is it worse than me going into Gliscor? It's kind of hard to say. I can click Leech Seed on something, so I think I'm somewhat comfortable going Ferrothorn here. He takes a lot of damage. I wonder if he's U-turn Roost. Quark Drive. I think I'll go Pex again. Yeah, because he goes for that this time. Haze, okay. That was not a super effective move. I can go for the Scald here, honestly. Because I'm going to regen off most of my health anyway. He stays in. That's interesting. I wonder, would he have Psychic last? Psychic. I could sack Goldengo here if I think Toxapex is more useful than Goldengo. Is it, though? Goldengo's not too bad. I think I'm going to recover and see. He has Morning Sun. Okay. Well, you're not doing anything to me, so I'll just click Haze here. Okay. That's fine. So I think I'm going to go into Urshifu again. I don't think you go for your Z Dragon here. SD, yeah, that's fine. I almost feel tempted to go for the Surging Strikes. But I think Ice Spinner is just my play. Oh, good thing I didn't go for the Surging Strikes. I'll go Ferrothorn, because it's my check. I'm still not super scared of this thing, despite that. Should I get up Rocks here, or should I go for the Gyro Ball? I think I'm going to go for the Gyro Ball. Because if he doesn't crit me here, I can go for the Rocks on the next turn. Oh, but he still has... Oh, but I have Goldengo to block that. So I think I'm okay with that, with getting up Rocks here and sacrificing my Ferrothorn for that. Because I can just go into Urshifu here and then block his Defogs with Goldengo. Perfect, that's his only resist. I could go Gliscor here, but do I want to give up Rocks? Rocks aren't... are really not that important. Honestly, I could just go to Diancie. Gliscor is really not bad either, though. I can just go into that. It's good for Coco, it's good for Iron Moth. Doesn't allow any of them to come in for free. If he goes Torn, we can Spike Stack on it if he wants to defog. Just protect. I can go for one Spike here. Maybe he doesn't have it. How much is Earthquake doing? 30? I think I go for it. No, I definitely don't want to leave this in. He could predict me. He could predict Diancie coming in and KO me, but I think I'm okay with that. Almost everything is in range. So I think I'm okay with going Diancie. Almost everything is in range of Surging Strikes. Yeah, good play. Not entirely unexpected, but good play. Supposedly U-turn KOs. Do I want to go that? No, I think I'll just Surge. Oh, him going Torn is perfect there. Yeah, that's fine. I think we actually get an additional kill now. Which is like a Thunder Punch from a CB doing. That has a chance to KO. Okay. I can go Pex to Scout. Double Iron Bash. So it's probably not banded. I can go. Do I want to go Urshifu here? I can Scald once to put him in range of like Gliscor EQ, or put him closer into range of Gliscor EQ. I think I'm just going to Scald here. I could also go into Goldengo. I actually think Goldengo is a fine play because I would like to keep these hazards up for the Melmetal. And honestly, do I have a shot to live? I actually do live. I think I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave. Oh my gosh, that's an unfortunate crit. Okay, go Urshifu and click Surging Strikes. Maybe that was unnecessarily aggressive, but I felt like having this thing not be able to do any damage to Gliscor would have been good. Melmetal going down is cool. Do I want to go Gliscor here, or do I go Pex here? I think I don't want to take the Bleak Wind Storm coming in on the rocks with Gliscor. Okay. That, he kind of got me there, but it's fine. And now he should U-turn. I'm expecting him to U-turn into his Coco, so I can go Gliscor. I'll just go for an Earthquake. Hope he doesn't crit me. Perfect, he does not. And I think Pex can stall the rest. I think Pex stalls the rest of the team. If Gliscor doesn't, that is. Yeah, I'll just go for an EQ. Yeah, okay, the game was over. Good game. Gliscor, Pex, just doing what they do best. Urshi is a good win con. I like hazard stacking. Those are the conclusions of this game that I've also observed in other games. All right, see you in the next one. Iron Moth is probably it's probably Psychic because otherwise his team struggles with Toxapex quite a bit. I love my Scarfer Shifu in this. So what would he lead with? Oh man, I think Toxapex is honestly a good lead. He could lead with Lando, but if he does, I think I'm okay with it. I can always just go Ferrothorn in that case. I could also lead Ferrothorn, although that's kind of my Primarina check. Gliscor is also not a bad lead option. What do I think is most likely? Lando is definitely his rocker. Doesn't seem to have a defogger. That's pretty interesting. I think what I want to prioritize is getting up entry hazards. So I wouldn't mind just going Gliscor or going Ferrothorn. I'm a little bit scared of him leading with Iron Hands though. If I lead with Ferrothorn, I could Leech Seed and go to Toxapex or Goldengo. Actually, I have Goldengo, so I'm probably okay. I think I'll lead Ferrothorn. It is a bit risky because Ferrothorn is really good here, but I want to get up Stealth Rocks sooner rather than later. So I'll go for the rocks here. Um, I don't expect this is a Z. Oh, the idea of Z Roaring Moon is pretty terrifying. And I know sometimes Landorus does run knockoff, so I can Leech Seed here. I don't think he'd go hard Goldengo. He has Taunt. Okay, well, I don't think you'd be Taunt and Knockoff, so I think I can go Gliscor here and get my Toxic Orb activated. I could have gone Urshifu there. That might have been a bit better of a play in terms of being more aggressive. I'll go for the spikes here. He might not stay in, and I can get my health back. Yeah. This is honestly not too bad, though. I think I'll just go for the Earthquake. I feel like he'd be U-turn, not Hidden Power Ice last. Yeah. He might be Balloon Goldengo. Chip on Primarina is great. I'm almost considering staying in and doing it again. 29, no, that's not worth it. I think I'll go to Toxapex. I don't see why not. Scald. Instant burn. Unfortunate. I'll go for the T-Spikes here. +1 Psychic Noise would do a lot to me, but I still have a full HP Ferrothorn. As sub. That's honestly okay. He's probably like Calm Mind Draining Kiss or something. I think I have to go Ferrothorn and hope I don't get instantly burned by Scald. That's so irritating. That's so irritating. Yeah, that first turn Scald Burn, really, really bad. Depending on his moveset, though, maybe I can, I don't know, go back to Toxapex. I don't have, like, Nasty Plot on Goldengo or anything. I think I'm going to stay in Gyro Ball. That surprises me, he stayed in. So now he probably goes for the sub. Let's say he's max HP. Dengo's not doing enough. I could go Gliscor, EQ, and then Toxic, I think might be my play. Because Gliscor should be able to live a Scald at +1. Yeah, I think that's my only option at this point. And I go for the Toxic here. Honestly, not the worst outcome in the world for me. It's not great, but it's not too bad. I can go Urshifu and click U-turn. Again, not amazing for me, but could be worse. Now, here it's tricky. I can go Toxapex, or I can try to go Diancie immediately and hit him with Earth Power. How much did that Urshifu do? 4% with U-turn. Yeah, that's a bulky gold. Okay, I think I can try to go Toxapex. T-Wave. Hex is going to do a lot, but I can Scald. I think I can go for one more recover and then maybe go into my own Goldengo and click Ghostium. I think I can go for one more Scald. Maybe try to get the burn. No, no burns. His Hex doesn't even do that much to me. Do I want to go for another recover? I feel like it's kind of pointless. All right, I'm going to keep the sack. I'm going to risk it and go to my own Goldengo. And do I just want to hit him with Ghostium? Ghostium does a lot of, is just really good into him, I feel like. He could also switch. I think I'm going to recover, like, if he wants to go to Lando or something. Would you go to Iron Moth here? Hmm. I think I'll just. I feel like I want to save it. I feel like. There's hands. What does Iron Hands run in this tier? I feel like he could be like AV or something. Because Hex isn't doing that much here. Do I just want to go into my Ferrothorn or into my Roaring Moon? I don't think you'd go for the Ice Punch here. Maybe I can go into Gliscor. Although I don't mind keeping Gliscor around for the end game. I think I'll go Pharaoh. I think I'll sack Ferrothorn here. And I think going Gliscor is fine here. I could also go Diancie. Diancie seems actually pretty good. Does this thing get Bullet Punch? Okay, no. So I'll go Diancie, and I'll just go for the Moonblast. Nice. Do I just want to attack here? No, I think I can go Gliscor, and that's fine. He probably U-turns. He just clicked EQ, that's fine. He doesn't know I have Protect. Actually, I can just spam EQ, even as he goes for Taunt. He could, like, Taunt, sack Iron Moth, and go Prim, maybe. That could be kind of annoying. Just goes for straight for the U-turn, okay. Yep, as expected. I think on his Prim now, I can go Goldengo. Because I don't think you ever shove here, do you? Or is EQ just a better play all around? EQ might be a better play. Hmm. I think if I'm him, I Scald here. Goldengo also does a lot to my Gliscor. I think I'm just going to EQ. That's fortunate. I don't know what I'm clicking. Yeah, goes for the Z. Oh well. Go to Urshi. Click U-turn. I couldn't risk him setting up a DD there. Is it better to, I think U-turn into Diancie is probably the call that I want to make. If I get up T-spikes, it feels like it's kind of over. But I still, it's still a very close game. For sure. I'm not even close to being out of the woods yet. I don't want to let Goldengo in for free by going for a Surging Strikes. Although, if I do, no, I think U-turn's my play. All right, that's good. Because now I can go into my own Goldengo and just click Hex, I think. And Mega Diancie doesn't quite do it. So I can just click Hex here. Or I feel like I actually could have gone for the Ghostium there. There's no reason why he'd switch out. That was probably something I could have done better. Yeah, Lando. I think I can just go for my Never-Ending Nightmare here. I can go Urshi. Just go for the Surging Strikes. And I'd like to think my Diancie cleans up this game. Moon. I think you have to go Roaring Moon here. Go Prim. Good for you. Yeah, that was so close. I think he wins. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have Surging struck the Lando. I don't know. It was always tough in that endgame. Ice Spinner didn't do enough. Well, maybe Ice Spinner was the play, but that always let him get up another sub with Primarina. And I would kind of just be in this situation again. Yeah, this is over. There's no way I can beat this Primarina. Trying to think what I could have done better. All right, well, we're pretty much, this is pretty much over. We're 1-1. I'll see you in the next one. I'm not going to waste any more time, so GG. So we do see them bringing a pretty bulky team. Megaladios, Torn has to be Defog, Zorox Ferrothorn. He could be Defog Gliscor, I guess. But I'm going to say Rox Ferrothorn, SD Gliscor, Defog Torn. He could also be Nasty Plot Torn and Defog Gliscor. Pex definitely has T-Spikes. I can't really touch Lele. Or my Lele can't really touch his Goldango. It's pretty good versus the rest of his team, but not versus the Goldango. It feels like he kind of has a wall for almost everything. Hazards are useful here, but if he has Torn, keeping them up is going to be kind of difficult. I could try to paralyze it with Dragapult. That could work. Knock off Future Sight is always phenomenal. He does not have a switch into that, and if Ferrothorn goes down, then Ogerpon becomes a greater threat. I think in almost all situations, he leads either Gliscor or Tornadus. Both of them are very, very safe leads in general for his type of team. How do I take advantage of that? Because I don't want to just get instantly defogged. It does get it in this, right? Because it's National Dex. Okay, yes, it can. I feel like I don't need my Assault Vest that much. It's useful versus the Laddie. I just don't want to be at a disadvantage versus his Torn. I'll check the analyses to get an idea of maybe what Torn sets are most often run. National Dex. The Pivot, he could be both. I'm going to say he's Defog with a Spikes Gliscor. I could just get off of Future Sight immediately. That's not a bad option. I think I will lead Landorus because if he does lead Torn, he won't. Yeah, and here I can taunt him. Just goes for the Protect. Okay. So I don't think you could stay in and go for the Spikes, thinking I would go for the Stealth Rock. Taunt still seems like a pretty free option. He goes Torn. So it would have been better if I Stealth Rocked there. Is it worth going for the rocks now? I can live 2 Hurricanes pretty easily. I think it is worth it. It's a little bit aggressive, but yeah, that's terrible. So I'll go Lele here and get off and try to Future Sight. He clicks U-turn. Good on him. He could easily go for the Thunder Wave here. I'm going to risk it. Okay. And here I'll go for the U-turn. Gliscor comes in. We'll just go for the Stealth Rock. Poison, that's fine. It's not fine. It's actually not great. Would you protect here, or would you try to get a hazard up? I think I taunt regardless, and now I can U-turn. So he's just going to be clicking EQ versus my team. How much is that doing to Lele? It's not doing too much. So I think I'll go for the future sight. And he can probably go for his spikes here. But I think I'm just going to Psychic to get damage on something. And now this is kind of interesting, because I can King Gambit here and Pursuit him, and if he switches out, that has a shot to put him into range of Stealth Rocks. I could also just go King Gambit and click Knockoff. Dragapult, Hex. Or I could go Dragapult, Hex. Looks really good. Or even Dragapult. I don't know if I want to go Dragapult T-Wave. I think I'm just going to go King Gambit and go for the knockoff. If I was SD here, this would be really threatening, but unfortunately I'm not SD. He goes into Ferrothorn. I'm honestly okay with that. That gives me a chance with Ogerpon. And it looks like I even have a shot to KO, or a decent shot to KO. I'll just go for it. We managed to remove Ferrothorn. That's pretty good. You protect here or not? I feel like you wouldn't. I feel like, okay, he might, that was a bit of an over prediction maybe, but I thought he might be wary of the SD. I think I'm going to keep trying to get damage on this. Toxic doesn't make any sense here. I'm going to go to my Dragapult. There's the Hex. Now, I don't think you'd want to stay in here. I'm going to risk it and go for the Thunder Wave on Pex. Now, Hex is still not doing a lot, but maybe it's a little bit better, because I can kind of hit his whole team now. Can go for the U-turn into Lando. He's paralyzed. And he's not... I guess these heavy-duty boots. Will he want to take the EQ? I need to set up. I think I'm going to U-turn here. That works for me. I think I go into... I go into Dragapult, or do I go into Ogerpon? If I paralyze the Tornadus, that could be my way of winning. I think I'll go Ogre Pawn because it does more damage immediately. Now, if I'm him, I don't want to let this go down immediately. Would he risk me going for the Ivy Cudgel? That's the question. I don't think so. Nice. That's great. Unfortunately, Trailblaze is not a KO, but I think I just Ivy Cudgel for free here and KO the Gliscor. So his Hurricane only has a 25% chance to KO. I'm going to see how much it did to my Landorus. 41% to Landorus to start off. Yeah, that's within range. I could even go for a Trailblaze. Do I go for a Trailblaze here? Because he could U-turn or something and not risk the Hurricane. I think Ivy Cudgel is fine. If I KO this, Pulse can kind of win. I think I'll just go for the Ivy Cudgel. He gets the roll. That's so unfortunate. That was that was not a high chance. He did not have a high chance to get that. Okay, I'll try and Thunderwave him. He goes into Toxapex. I'll go into King Gambit. Hope I don't get Scald burned. There's Toxic. I'll knock off. I guess I'll try to knock off again. He goes into Torn. That's not bad. This has to be his Defogger. Would he have Heat Wave? Does 50. I'll knock. Okay, no burn. That's good. I still have a shot. Still have a shot. Landorus being able to get off an EQ is also pretty good here. My ace does have U-turn, so it can hit the laddie. Not for too much because it's not Libero, but it'll do what it can. So before knockoff did how much to this Toxapex? 48. Not quite into it KO, it looks like. Maybe Lando. I think maybe I do fish for Paras here. Fortunately, don't get it. I'll go to Dragapult and start clicking Hex. Some Paralyze would be great. Some Paralysis, yes please. So this is like a max HP Goldengo. I kind of feel like I gotta do it anyway. Like, because if I lose Cinderace here, if I lose Cinderace, I can U-turn, go for more Hex. I feel like that's the play. I meant to U-turn there. Why did I just switch? Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna try to Hex again. I meant to click U-turn. Okay. I guess I ended up just sacking my Cinderace for no good reason. Come on, get Perez. That's a nice crit. It's a nice para. Yeah, like, I should have just clicked U-turn versus that Goldengo. There was literally no reason not to. It's just one of those things that just happened to slip my mind for no reason. One para, please. Oh my gosh. Come on, Hex, now. Perfect. Good game. Yeah, I feel like that was pretty clean other than me, like, randomly switching to Cinderace. There is absolutely no reason ever to do that. It's just one of those things. I had the instinct of switching to Cinderace, but through U-turn, and I just ended up clicking it because I was sort of I clicked it absent-mindedly and was thinking of something else. So, good game. Other than that, it was good. Hexpult did great. Kingambit did great. So I'm using the exact same team as before for my next game in National Dex Majors. I know my opponent could easily scout and try to counter team, but I'm not sure he would do that, and also I like the team. Okay, so my Diancie looks pretty good here. He has a Diancie of his own. Hippo. Hippo is should be checked by Gliscor. I wonder, it's probably Zeagoldengo. Almost looks like he has like a Diancie stall. If his pecs ever goes down, which it shouldn't, my pecs will be really good. I really like Hazard Stack. He only has one defogger. I honestly do want to lead Gliscor, I think. I don't know if there's a better option for me other than maybe leading Ferrothorn and just instantly getting up rocks. I don't mind that either. I can also click knockoff, so I think I will lead with Ferrothorn. And if he goes Pex, he goes Pex. Yep, there's the hippo. So all I'm going to do is simply click knockoff now. All right, that's what he opts to do. Now I think I can go into my own Goldengo and kind of pretend to outspeed him. There's Diancie. He kind of has to switch now, so I'll go back into Ferrothorn. Wow, I'm okay. I was just faster than him. Okay, so I'll go for the Stealth Rocks here. And there he is back into the Goldengo. Okay. I can go into Gliscor or I can go Toxapex. I think, how much is Gliscor doing to this Goldengo? He's not on an air balloon, clearly. I I do a considerable chunk. If he goes for nasty plot, it's pretty bad, though. How much did Ferrothorn do with knockoff? Yeah, okay, so he's basically max defense. Probably he's max defense. We can calc it, though. Yeah, most likely max or near max. Oh, I think I can go into my own Goldengo still. Does go for the Hex. I'm going to go for a Recover. I don't think you'd risk it here. Oh boy. Does go for it. This is scary. Because he should be scared of me going for the Ghostium, but he could also go for the Ghostium. I don't think you go for the Ghostium here. Okay, he just keeps clicking Hex. I'm going to go for the Ghostium now. Nice. That is really big. Diancie comes in. These things have Mystical Fire. How much is Pex taking from a Mega Diancie? Yeah, Earth Power doing a lot. I think I'll go into Gliscor. If he goes for the Moonblast, amazing play on his part. He does not. Okay. And I think this is... I'm almost tempted to go for a Spike, but that seems like a terrible play. I almost want to go into my own Diancie so that I don't get Hazard stacked on. How much does Skarm usually run Iron Head in this? I feel like it doesn't. Okay, he stays in, we eat the Hidden Power Ice, Diancie goes down. I'd say that's a pretty good trade for us. Skarm comes out. I think what I'm going to do now is go into my Diancie, just so I don't get Hazard stacked on, and then I can commence Hazard stacking on him. Go for the Earth Power here on the Toxapex, or Hippowdon. And here I can go... I'm scared he'll have like an Ice Fang or something. So I think what I could do is go for Ferrothorn. He could also just go for the rocks. I think I'll go into my Gliscor. Yeah, he does just get up the rocks there. And I think in case he is Ice Fang, I'll go for the Toxic here. That could be big for like my Goldengo. He just goes Toxapex, which is fine. I'll just continue to recover up. I'll Spike here. I'll Protect one more time. Skarmory, that's fine. I don't think he's going to want to Spike himself. I'll go for a Spike. He could easily, but... Okay, he just went for the press. Goldengo is looking great in this endgame. I think I'll go for the last layer of spikes. Yeah. I think I go Diancie here while I still have it around. I have other outs to Hydrapple, which is why I think I'm okay with making this play. Does that. I'll just go for the Earth Power and see how much I can do to this Pex. We do a lot. And that should be a KO. I think I just go for it again, honestly. Hippowdon comes in. Oh, he's Boots. That makes sense, honestly. Earth Power 26. Yeah. I think I can start clicking knockoff on him now. Going into my Ferrothorn. And just clicking knockoff. Definitely time to spread knocks. This thing could be Nasty Plot. I don't really... I'm not really sure what else it would do. I could go... Pex isn't a real answer. I don't think you Giga Drain. Can I go into Urshifu here and threaten him with an Ice Spinner? Maybe that's a play. Because he should not stay in here. Pex comes out. I can set T-Spike here and then click Scald several times, maybe. I could also go Goldengo and recover. I think that's a good play, actually. I feel like that would work out well for me. He can stay into Scald. Hopefully he doesn't get the burn. I'll Thunder Wave here. That's pretty big. I'll recover one more time. Hopefully he doesn't get the burn through the Para. I think T-Spikes are something I can set up. If I get Hydrapple poisoned, then that's really, really good for me. At least that's sort of what I wanted. And now, do I just want to stay in and click Scald? No, I think I go to Ferrothorn, and I think I click Leech Seed. Or Threaten and Knock Off. That burn sucks. That's a terrible burn. Alright, Hydrapple does get poisoned. That is good for me. And I think I can just go Goldengo here. Oh, he went for the Earth Power. I think I Hex here. That was a good prediction on his part. So if I chip his Scarm enough with Stealth Rocks, maybe I can do this. And maybe I catch him on a roost, I feel like is what I have to do. He gets the burn. I don't know how important that really is, though. Hmm. Any shot we get a burn here on this hippo? Nice. That's pretty good. Now his team is weaker to Diancie, but it only has one more entry, so I have to be very careful about it. Oh, he just forfeits. Yeah, I think I did have a pretty good shot to win that in the end. But he had to go eat. Enterocephalo's an awesome guy, awesome player, good game. All right, so it looks like my opponent has brought a pretty unorthodox stall team. I don't know if you could. It certainly looks like a stall team. So Torn has to be defog. Skarmory is probably Iron Def, Body Press, Roost Spikes. I don't know what the Scream Tail would be. I would assume it's Wish on this team. So he has the Scream Tail, which is his Mega Medicham check. I wonder if Screamtail has aromatherapy or heal bell. Can't learn aromatherapy. Can't learn. Oh, it can't learn any of those moves. I thought it got one healing move, but maybe not. So that means if I poison that, my Mega Medicham can really be threatening to his team. Um, don't have any knockoff to knock the Skarm's helmet. Oh, I do have that. I do have it on Lando. That's pretty good. Coco is also great if I get his Tinglu poisoned. Rotom can paralyze something. That could be a pretty good lead, because I don't see him going Tinglu, so I probably get a paralyze on like the Venusaur, which could be cool. What is he going to do? He has such a passive team. I would imagine he would just lead Torn. And this team doesn't have any removal. So if that's a T-Spike Pex, three of my win cons are basically going to be put not out of commission, but significantly hampered. That's irritating. All right. I think I'll just lead Rotom and get off a T-Wave. He just leads Skarmory. That's fine. It's just going to be a T-Wave. I think it kind of cripples most things, not identically, but similarly to how a Toxic would. Perfect. He could go Ting-Lu here. I don't see any reason not to go into my Skarm and get up my Stealth Rocks. Yeah, because he can knock off. I wouldn't want to get my Rotom knocked off, and Rocky Helmet isn't doing anything this game. I'll just set up my rocks. There's the Tornadus. I could consider going Coco, but I think or going Lando and getting the poison, but I think I'll go Coco here. And I think I'll U-turn as he goes to Ting-Lu or Screamtail. This basically allows me to do the same thing. And I think I'll go into Lando and click Toxic here. What would he do in response to my Lando? He could go into his Skarm, and knocking his Skarmory is fine with me. So I think I'm okay with getting a Toxic off here. Yeah, Skarmory comes in. I'll just click Knock Off, because he's going to start hazard stacking against my team that has no removal. But I can force him to defog, so... Oh, wow. I didn't expect him to body press there. Alright, I'll go Rotom. I'll Volt Switch. Venusaur. I almost feel like I have to go either into Medicham or into Ferrothorn and set rocks. How much are we doing to Screamtail? We do nothing to Screamtail. Like nothing. Alright, I guess I'll go into this and I'll click Leech and I'll click Stealth Rock. Tornadus. Would you go for the defog here, or would you go for the Hurricane? He could try to get the kill. I think I'm going to try and be a bit greedy. Nice. And get some of my health back. Would you stay in and go for the Hurricane? I think I'm going to risk it and go for the rocks. He had Heat Wave. It's not good. I'll go Coco and click U-turn again. How much is my Samurott doing to Skarm? I can go into Samurott here. It's pretty threatening. And I can go for a Ceaseless Edge. Because I feel like here he could go into that, or he could go into Toxapex. It's fine, I'll go into Coco. And here I'll click U-turn again. Heavy duty boots. Okay. Go into Lando. I feel like you probably can't harm me. So therefore you'd have no reason to stay in here. Yep, there's the Skarmory. How much is Medicham doing to this out of curiosity? Okay. Go Rotom and click Volt Switch. That's fine. It's getting worn down. I think I'll just go into this and versus Screamtail. Bullet Punch does a lot. That's if he's nearly max defense. Shawncore, Dazzling Gleam. I could see him maybe going Skarmory here, so I think I'm going to CC. He stayed in. I didn't expect him just to sack it like that. Maybe that was an overprediction on my part. Yeah, that's not good. That's really bad. I'll go for another CC. Go to Lando. He's just going to wish it up. Yeah. Now I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt. And see if I can catch him staying in. Does go to Screamtail. I do nothing. 26, so he's pretty specially defensive. Goes for another Wish. I think I'll just go for another U-turn. Coco. I'll go for a U-turn again. This is going to be tough. I did get his heavy-duty boots. Which is pretty big. Maybe I can wear him down with Coco. Because his Venusaur is quite low. Honestly, I think I can just click U-turn here. Play rough, miss. Yeah. Not going to do much. Go into this thing. I can scout for Baneful Bunker. How likely is he to have that, really? I think I'll just go for it. Nice. That was a little bit risky, but eh. Would he be defog knock? He could be defog knock. Am I okay with that? I feel like I have pain split. I have pain split as a backup. Now, do I want to Thunderwave here? That's the real question. Do I think it's worth it to Thunderwave him? And I feel like it is. If he goes to Tinglu, I can get Hydro Pump. I'm fine going Coco here. Nasty Plot. What a crazy turn to go for Nasty Plot. All right, I'll U-turn. All right, I can just go for another U-turn. Close Combat does a lot. Do I want to go Coco here, or do I want to go Rotom? I think I'm fine with going Coco and just clicking Thunderbolt here. Screamtail comes in, he'll get his wish. I don't want to use too many of my U-turns, so I think I'll go for that. Just switch directly into Rotom there. And I think I'll throw off one Hydro Pump. Yeah. Let's hit. Can we hit? No, we cannot. All right, so since Skarm is spikes, this is probably... you don't EQ here. I'm going to go into Medicham. And I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch. And I think I can just go for the Bullet Punch again. You basically have to protect here. And go Skarmory. Or go Lando. And now I think I try to I can either go Coco, because how much is my Thunderbolt doing to that Screamtail? 26, not quite. So I think I'm going to go Samurott, and I'm going to get my Spike up. I wonder if his Tinglu would be like Rest Heavy Duty Boots or something. Takes the damage on Torn, gets paralyzed. That's good for me. I think I'll get another Ceaseless Edge right now. My gosh, that's such a pain. All right, I think I'm gonna try to get all three and kind of hope he roosts. Okay, he goes for that. KO's Medicham. I'm gonna go for a Cease. Wow. Now I have a decision do I make. Do I want all three? And I kind of think I do. I kind of think I do want all three. He just went for the iron defense. That's honestly fine with me. I can go Coco here. He doesn't do that much to my Coco, so I can roost off any damage. Toxapex comes in. Now, do I go for the Z here? That's the question. Do I go for the Z here? Because if I defeat this Pex right now, I probably win the game. But he should be looking out for the Z, right? I think he's going to Toxic. Yes, okay. I think I KO him here. That's really good. All right, Ting Lu is Boots, however. If he's non-recovery Ting Lu, then we should have this. There's the Ruination. I'm just going to go for a pump. Okay, he goes for another Ruination. I'm just going to go for another Hydro Pump, and he lets it go down. So our Coco should just win here. He has nothing else for the Coco. I mean, he has more HP than me, so I'll just go for the Pain Split right now. It's not like my Hydro Pump was going to KO. Just, yeah, that's fine, honestly. Keeping him low. And here I can just Toxic. Perfect. I think Coco just easily wins this now. Can go for the U-turn. Yeah, I don't think that matters, honestly. Because now I can just go for the Pain Split. And I think we've got this one. Yeah. Just simply Volt Switch into Coco and win the game from here. And it should just be a couple Thunderbolts to victory. All right, that's one T-Bolt. And that is two T-Bolts. Good game. All right, guys, so as it turns out, I am in a tiebreak, a three-way tiebreak with Entrocephalo and Iridae to get into the next stage of the National Dex Majors tournament. And if I beat Entro right now, we are in. If I beat Entro, I need to beat Iridae for a bracket reset. So yeah, I've got this Subswarm Volk HO team. I definitely do want to get Stealth Rocks up if I can, but leading Ting Lu is not so bad, even if I do meet his Diancie. A chance to KO. I think I'll just go with that. Goes Ogerpon Wellspring. I think I'm just going to take this opportunity to get up Stealth Rocks and hope he doesn't crit me. Goes for the SD. Okay, I think that means I just click Ruination, and then I end up going to my Dragonite and clicking Dragon Dance. So he takes me out there. Dragonite with a DD is pretty threatening. Hope play rough. It's not a KO, so I go Dragonite here. And I'll just go for the Dragon Dance. And here I'll simply drop the Supersonic Sky Strike. He does go Goldengo, good play. We'll just click Earthquake. Now I'll go into Goldengo, as I think you would try to spin here. Yep. And how much is Flamethrower is not doing a ton. Earth Power probably wouldn't do a ton either. I'm going to go for a Make It Rain. T-waving that would have been great, but I didn't think he would risk it. SDing with Iron Valiant could be really good. But I don't know if that's very likely. Because, okay, that Dragonite is probably Z. Yeah, at +2, I'm not able. I might KO, actually. I might KO. The Gliscor, though, would be an issue. I think what I do is I go Valiant now, save the Goldengo sack, and now I can go for a close combat. It does just go into Gliscor, which is super bulky. I can try and encore him. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Just get toxicked. So now I can SD once and attack him, which does not sound like a bad option. How many turns does Encore last for? Next 3 turns, so it would go away. I think I will SD and just get damage. And I can knock off here. Terapagos can also do it. If I get a Calm Mind up, I can do it. Is it better to go Dragonite here? No, he's too defensive for that. I think I'll go Volcarona. And I'll substitute once. Does go for the Toxic. I'll go for one more substitute. I'll go for a Flamethrower here. And I'll go for the Bug Buzz just because I'm in Swarm range. Goes into Diancie, so I think he needs to Mega here. Well, he doesn't need to, but I think regardless, I just click Bug Buzz. I go Terapagos here. And I think I click Rapid Spin and then Calm Mind. Does the order I click it matter? I don't think so. I'd appreciate it if you didn't Spatak drop me. That's annoying. That's a really annoying special attack drop. Might have to try to get +2. So I am able to KO him through the multi-scale. All depends if he has E-Speed or not. He does not have E-Speed, and with that, I believe we are in the playoffs of the National Dex Majors. Calm Mind Terapagos really putting in work there. And I hope you enjoyed these National Dex games. I should have more on this channel, and thank you for watching. Have a good day or night.